Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GOUGE presents Smokin' live at the Apex Cigar Lounge. I'm Jimmy Jack Funk Jr. Here with me today, Count Grog. Count Grog, what are your thoughts about today's action?
Good evening, Jimmy Jack. I'm excited to be here out in the hot sun in Apex. Are we smoking in the boys' room?
We are smoking somewhere, I'll tell you what. You know, I've got me this nice Oliva 5 Milano.
I got a Cameroon. What a maroon.
What a maroon. Oi.
I think we're getting ready to start.
We are getting ready to start today's fantastic wrestling action. As we have an introduction, let's bring it to Mr. H. Wade Minter, the voice of the Carolina Hurricanes and the voice of GOUGE Wrestling. Yeah.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Apex Cigar Lounge in the peak of good living, Apex, North Carolina, for GOUGE Professional Wrestling. I'm your ring announcer, Wade Bender, welcoming all of you to a beautiful, and by beautiful I mean hot as nuts day here in Apex, North Carolina. We've got five great matches on the card, including the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy will be on the line. The GOUGE Heavyweight title will be on the line. And our main event is a cigar on a pole match. The first person to retrieve the cigar from the pole will win the match. The GOUGE North Carolina Championship is on the line.
Count Grog, a very unique set of circumstances for this match coming up tonight with Waylon Mays and a cigar on a pole match.
That should be smoking.
You can mix and match.
I get it. That's a good joke.
If you do that, you'll get 3 free cigars, 10% off, and you can get 1 piece of Oliva swag, plus 1 raffle ticket. You can mix and match any 40 Oliva cigars. You'll get 6 free cigars, 15% off.
They're giving away cigars?
You buy enough, you get some for free.
3 raffle tickets. I hope you're taking notes. There's a lot of math here.
Let me cut this one for you, Count Grog.
Get 9 free cigars, 15%.
Jimmy Jack, did you see the chickens on the way in?
There's chickens here. We are at the end of the laneway. Please do not come up the property.
Good question. I'm glad nobody asked. We're raffling off 2 grand prizes after the show. Both Oliva 60-count humidors, restocked with 10 Oliva 5s. You can get your own humidor and 10 great cigars by entering the raffle. You enter the raffle by buying cigars. That's how this works. Check out those specials up there at the house.
Lots of great deals at the Apex Cigar Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. Today's action is brought to you by Oliva Cigars.
Wasn't she Popeye's girlfriend?
Something like that. That is absolutely...
This is for your safety. And finally,
You hear that, Jimmy Jack? No molesting the wrestlers.
You know, I once was molested by somebody after a match, and I punched him in the head. That is why you do not molest the wrestlers.
You were molested by that one lady in Fuquay that time, weren't you?
It was a dude.
It was a dude?
Some dude grabbed my man boob and got punched in the temple.
I'm talking about the girl who's claimed to be the arm wrestling champ. Kept getting in the ring.
Oh, that word I can't say on air.
As soon as it downloads.
DJ Bad Wolf, ladies and gentlemen.
I would sing, but nobody wants to hear that.
If I have to, I will. Jimmy Jack got to sing the national anthem up in here.
I apologize. It does appear we are having technical difficulties with the national anthem. Feel free to sit down and think about how much you love America right now. As
You want to go
move
sing?
on to our first match of the afternoon. The
All
following
right.
contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
I'd have
with
done
a
it, but
20
y'all want to
minute
keep the
time
audience here.
limit. Introducing first.
Count Grog, what do we have in store for this first match this
Well,
afternoon?
We got the new comer to gouge, Drew Hood, accompanied by Sheik Akbar,
Wrestling
taking
out of
on
Apex, North Carolina.
Ollie Primo.
Weighing in at 217 pounds.
Drew Hood had an impressive debut at our last show at Double Barrel Brewing. Is that the right name of the company?
Double Barrel Brewer.
Double Barrel Brewing is what it was. He had an impressive outing.
He had different color hair though.
He did have different color hair. You are not.
Is he some sort of champ?
It looks like he is the champion of somewhere in South Carolina. That is definitely a Palmetto. Of course, Gouge Wrestling is where all the champions come and meet. If you want to be the best in North Carolina, you have to be on top in Gouge. It is a nice and warm day. Hopefully Joe Hood can get a nice tan while he's out here.
He's kind of white. He may get burned. He better put on some sunscreen.
Wrestling out of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, weighing in tonight at 155 pounds.
Well, I don't think that truck's going to get back there.
Primo!
Seriously, truck.
Come on, y'all! Come on!
All right, and we now have this Ollie Primo coming to the ring with a skateboard.
Skater dude.
Whoa.
Ollie's been around Gouge for a couple years now.
He has indeed, and he's always been a formidable opponent. Let's see what he has in store for Drew Hood here today.
Oh,
Drew Hood with
good form, kicking the skateboard. It's a foreign object.
that dirty dog.
It's a foreign object. It doesn't have no place in the ring.
Count Grog, we are a progressive company as an international object.
You know, I'm surprised to see you here. I guess you like pro wrestling more than you like pro nouns. Hey, I just want to, celebrate me, give me a round of applause. Before I came here, I was meeting with my good friend Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and we now own all the baby formula in the country. Prepare to pay a lot more for that and gas.
That dirty dog, Admiral Akbar, always flaunting that money and hanging out with the dirtiest sluts. You know the words. I can't even get them out. It's so bad. Urgh.
And generally, I like people like Akbar, but he chaffs my high.
He's just a no good dirty dog. Referee Charles Richardson in the ring. The absolute most stylish referee in all of professional wrestling right here. Ollie Primo may get a quick victory.
No, Drew's just playing a little mind game with him, Jimmy Jack. Car's still pulling in here, left and right here.
It's a beautiful day here. One of the hottest days so far in the year 2022. A beautiful day, May the 21st.
There we go.
Ollie Primo with a nice waist lock.
From behind.
Drew Hood is the taller, more leverage-bound opponent. Nice little switch, taking a little tweak on the arm before switching to the headlock. It's a good strategy from Drew Hood.
Oh, Ollie reverses it.
Ollie Primo stepping out.
And into
the hammerlock, back to the headlock. That's a very good strategy by Ali Primo. He goes to bring him down, bring that center of gravity down, make the taller man fight on his level.
Well, you know, Jimmy Jack, I'm not much for chain wrestling, unless you're chained together.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Count Grog notoriously hates actual wrestling, but loves the gimmicks, where I, on the other hand, am the sports. You could say that I'm the sports and Count Grog is the entertainment. Back to the lockup. Ollie back to the corner. Hood going for the clean break.
Clean break.
And it's not, a punch right in the kidney.
No, the break was clean. He just punched him afterwards.
And the big club right to the back. Ali Primo is down. This may be a quick match if he can't fight back up. Drew Hood is laying it in on the much smaller competitor.
Big slap to the face. Just disrespecting him.
Absolutely.
Midsection.
Ali Primo needs to use his quickness to his advantage, his skateboarding background, his agility, his ability to take control, and a big boot right to the face. That is exactly what he needed to do. He's up to the middle rope, and a missile drop kick, knocking Drew Hood, and Drew Hood is out on the ground. Drew Hood conferring with his manager, Admir Al-Akbar, once again.
Oh, he dove
and Ali Primo forward with the dive. Taking Drew Hood down, taking the fight to the competitor. Taking a nice little tour of these beautiful grounds here at the Apex Cigar Lounge. Once again, this show, Smokin, apostrophe, no G in that.
Smokin.
Brought to you by Oliva Cigars. The smoothest cigar that you could ever possibly buy. This advertisement is only for those 18 and older. We have so many wrestling fans in attendance. We have a barbecue truck. We have a diesel truck. We have everything that you could possibly imagine. Dogs, cats, chickens, and Ali Primo is in control, taking a nice steady, a nice turnbuckle. Ali Primo staying on top.
Jimmy Jack, Count Grog appreciates a good cigar. Do you think I can get a El Producto blunt up there?
You possibly could. Maybe only in Colorado. We got to see.
How about a Dutch Master?
Nice fall away slam. The Dutch Master, you got to go up to the corner street, the gas station.
Swisher Sweets, they have those?
They have those at the gas. Actually, I think they might have a Swisher Sweet in this Apex Cigar Lounge. Drew Hood firmly taking control of this match.
Big knee to the spine.
He hit Ali Primo with that beautiful fall-away slam. You could tell, even though he's taken some shortcuts, he has a great background in amateur wrestling. Charles Richardson laying down the law while the dirty dog Admiral Akbar, cheating. I can't believe he would do something like that.
It's only cheating if you get caught, Jimmy Jack.
It's only illegal if you get caught. It's always cheating.
Okay.
Drew Hood took a trip to get the skateboard.
He wants to skate. He's going to ride the skateboard across the ring.
And a rolling axe handle.
That was like Tony Hawk.
Laying those boots in hardcore. Drew Hood firmly in control of this matchup, taking it to Ali Primo. Ali Primo has really got a mount of comeback. Dropping that elbow, dropping that second elbow, and you know that canvas has been baking in this hot sun. While it may be about 85 degrees outside, that canvas is probably toasting in around 110, 120 degrees. Ali Primo.
That canvas is more baked than old Gouge referee, the Strangler.
I don't think anything is more baked than the Strangler.
Oh!
Nice little savate kick from Ali Primo. Did he get enough of it? Did he get a good enough purchase?
Well, he knocked
Drew Hood is out on the floor.
He knocked Drew out of the ring, so he hit it. He must have connected with it.
Connected pretty well.
Why is the referee wearing a bowling shoe?
Because he's the best dressed referee, Seymour. Ladies and gentlemen, the microphone can pick up straggling wrestlers out here trying to catch a cool break. So you may hear some quips from the likes of Seymour Snot. Maybe even friend of wrestling, Redneck Taz.
He's no friend of wrestling. Friend of the whiskey bottle.
As am I, Count Grog, as am I. They don't call me Gentleman Jimmy Jack for nothing. Ali Primo making that kick out. Chin lock from Drew Hood. It seems to be legit. Can't tell from this angle, but Charles Richardson right there to make sure that this is a legal chin lock. And this will make it very hard for him to catch his breath, and it's so hot out.
Do you think Charles planned well wearing all black today?
You know, it looks really, really comfortable. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think that was Charles' decision. I think that was God.
You can be picked up by the microphone, Seymour. Ollie tried to make a comeback.
Okay.
Up on the
Fireman's
shoulders. What's
carry.
going on here in the fireman's carry? Can he do what he is going to do? Ollie Primo is able to fight back. Big clothesline. Not quite able to knock Drew Hood off. Running back elbow down to both knees. Stumbling back up into the corner.
Punch. Here we go.
Whip off reversal. Running right back into the boot. Back to the middle rope. Ali Primo with a flying back elbow. Needs to take advantage. This could be it.
1, 2. Oh.
And a kick out at 2. Ali Primo has a lot of fight in him, Grog. So used to talking to other people with a G name. Going for that acid drop.
Didn't quite get it all. Kick to the face.
Kick to the face. What is up? What is going on? Admiral Akbar grabbing his foot from behind. The referee didn't see it.
Oh,
That-
kick to the stomach.
Running brogue kick made famous by Sheamus. And a kick out at 2.5 from Ali Primo. Back
Oh,
on
he's
his
got him up.
shoulders. Back on his shoulders. A variation of the F5. This could be it, Count Grog. And it is. Drew Hood with an undefeated record here in Gouge, if I am not mistaken. That's correct, isn't it?
What's that?
He's undefeated in Gouge, correct?
He's 2-0.
2-0 in Gouge.
Unless you count him losing in the Battle Royal.
That doesn't count in a singles competition. Count Grog, we're gonna see good things out of Drew Hood in the future.
I see big things for Drew Hood down the road.
Making an impressive debut a few months ago. Making an impressive match today with a defeat on Ali Primo. Drew Hood with Admir Al-Akbar with the victory today.
Isn't that nice of Ali Primo to take Drew Hood's water bottle back for him? Oh, now he threw it to the ground. Litter bug. You know, a $50 fine for littering in this state.
I'm sure we'll have someone clean it up at the end of it. Back to H. Wade Minner for the announcement of our second match of the afternoon.
We've got, and also with Q Barbecue, if you need something to eat or a cold drink, we got the food truck right over there. They'll take care of you.
It's my first time
Also,
seeing one of
we
these. They put a fucking hell of a show.
prizes after the match. How do you enter to win that raffle? I'm glad you asked.
You get picked up by the microphone over here, by the way.
20, 40, and 60 packs.
At least you didn't say anything bad.
Will get you
Like
some
Seymour.
discounts.
Yeah.
So we'll leave a
Yeah.
flag and a raffle.
I'm having to
ticket.
watch every single time I go to take a shot.
Raffle
The
prizes,
ref
we're
is like
raffling off
right in
two
front of me.
Oliva 60-count humidors, stocked with 10 Oliva cigars.
Into the laneway. Don't come up the
And now
property.
it's time for our second match of the evening.
This second match, I'm looking forward to this.
It's a heavyweight title match.
We have the Gouge Heavyweight Championship on defense.
Heavyweight Championship.
Woo!
Introducing first the challenger.
Challenger coming to the ring. This is
Hailing from Brooklyn, New York. Weighing in today at 182 pounds. He is the reigning Gouge Junior Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Everything, Victor.
We are in for a treat here today, folks. Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, the Junior Heavyweight Champion, challenging up to the Gouge Heavyweight Championship against the Infinite Man, Tim. Count Grog, I have been endlessly impressed with the improvement that Victor Andrews has made in the world of professional wrestling over the last few years.
He has come a long way from just, showing up, begging to be on a show. He's the Gouge Junior Heavyweight Champion, and possibly after this, he could be the Gouge Heavyweight Champion.
Absolutely. And if there's anyone that could wrestle and be the Junior Heavyweight and the Heavyweight Champion, it is Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
And introducing the champion.
The Infinite Man, Tim, getting ready to make his entrance here today at the Apex Cigar Lounge.
No call him Timmy Lou Renton.
Absolutely, once known as Timmy Lou Retton, he has grown to being one of the most sought after young talents in the state of North Carolina.
In the company's history, he is your
He has had a few matches with AEW on their show Dark. Being able to work alongside the Gun Club with Billy Gunn.
He is the Infinite Man. This is Tim.
Tim is basically a prodigy when it comes to professional wrestling. Having made the getting into it with a fan. Are we going to see a repeat of the Joe Black incident from last week? I don't know. We could. It does not look like this fan has that amount of gumption. The Infinite Man, Tim, making his way to the ring, taking his time, not letting this heat take it out of him, raising the Gouge Heavyweight Championship high in the air. Almost makes a fella wish he didn't have horrible arthritis in both of his knees.
Yes. Actually, I don't. I have 2 torn meniscuses.
I have what the doctors have described as an impressive amount of arthritis, Count Grog.
Well, You are from Texas, and everything's bigger there.
Absolutely true. I do miss being in ring action. I am trying to work towards making a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. But until that time, I will be here with you. Here at the ring, dropping my cigar on the ground. It's right here. I was at the nub anyway. Will we see some sportsmanship from Mr. Everything? He is definitely not intimidated by Tim. Not intimidated by many people. I have faced Victor Andrews on a couple occasions, and he will always give 100%. These two men measuring each other up. Taking their time. That's something you did not used to see from either of these men. Filling each other out, going for that lockup. Almost even, that little bit of weight advantage coming in from Tim. He is only giving up a few, 1 or 2 inches in height. Goes for that big punch, trying to intimidate Victor Andrews, and it did not work. Tim has been known for his head games, Count Grog.
He's a seasoned veteran. I wouldn't say grizzly, but seasoned.
At this point, he is becoming more and more seasoned. A 3-time Gouge heavyweight champion. The longest reigning in history. As sad as that is to say, because I used to hold that distinction. Ducking the lockup to a low single. Shades of John Smith in the Olympics.
These guys have met before a few years back.
Victor Andrews stretching those shoulders. Stretching that shoulder out, making it hard to catch the breath. Tim, pardon me, coming out the back door, taking a breather. Speaking of season, Victor Andrews has, as we have said, he has improved his wrestling game.
Oh, vastly.
Vast improvements.
He recently appeared on Raw, was it correct?
That is correct. He was on Monday Night Raw wrestling for the WWE.
How'd he do?
Sad to say I did not see that match, Count Grog. Going for another lockup. Tim with the boot right to the bread basket. Victor Andrews has that strong abdominal base.
Okay.
Not trying not to let it get him down. Shooting right back with a right forearm straight to the jaw in a second. Bouncing Tim. Tim taking a little tumble over the middle rope. Comes right back into the ring.
I'll tumble for you.
Now it's Victor Andrews working on that bread basket. On that abdominal region.
He cannot let up against a wrestler like Tim.
Absolutely not. And going...
Oh, big shoulder block.
Big shoulder block. Going for the abdomen. Trying to weaken that diaphragm. If you can't breathe, you can't wrestle. And Tim's offense, that high-flying gymnastic background, has a lot to do with being able to use your abdominal area quite often. Victor back up, straight in his face. He is not going to back down. And I think Tim realizes it. Trying to put a little piece back on it. Going with a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Oh! Bringing him to that doubled Greco-Roman knuckle lock test of strength. Something you rarely see without...
Oh, big monkey flip.
With that big, huge monkey flip out of it. And a quick 2 count. Early on, Tim taking another powder.
Jimmy Jack, I was just informed that Snooty Fox is having car problems and will be here shortly, but his match will be delayed.
10-4. That is an unfortunate circumstance, but ladies and gentlemen, Snooty Fox will be here, a former Gouge heavyweight champion.
Oh, they're going outside the ring.
They are way over there. I don't know if I can zoom in that far. We will see.
Referee Charles Richardson trying to get him back in the ring.
We do not want this match to end on a double count out, that is for sure.
Oh, wedgie.
Taking him by the trunks, leading him right
wedgie.
back. That atomic wedgie. A full Nelson by Mr. Everything.
Francis Seymour, you're up next. You're up next.
Letting a fan get in on the chops.
Yeah, Snooty's car problems.
I kind of wish he would have brought him over here. I would like to get a nice little chop in for revenge on old Tim.
Well, Jimmy Jack, why don't you just waddle on over there?
I had injections in my knees and I don't have to waddle, that's why. Looking him up for this suplex.
Got him
Nice, very
up.
nice.
He's holding him up
Stalling
there.
suplex.
Blood's running to his head.
Letting that blood flow. 5. Nearly 10 seconds vertical. Dropping Tim. I'm not sure, but I believe Tim seems to be in distress. But he's still able to kick out at 2. And nothing like a thumb in the eye. That's something you've seen to have taught Tim.
That's the great equalizer, I call it.
Everybody has a plan until you get a thumb in the eye. That's what I always say. And that clubbing blow to the back, knocking the air out of the lungs of Mr. Everything. Hit him with that right hand. That was an open palm strike. Perfectly legal in the sport of professional wrestling. And Tim making sure to stay on top of Mr. Everything, which is exactly what he needs to do. He has him down on the ground. He needs to keep him there. That high-flying offense that Mr. Everything can work to does not work when you are not on a vertical base. Tim taking this moment to chitter-chatter with the people who seem to be on Mr. Everything's side. And it seemed to be some kind of Canadian destroyer from that fan. Mr. Everything heading up to the top rope.
Jimmy Jack, I've got a show emergency I need to go deal with. You go to handle this for a moment while I'll be right back.
I've got this big elbow drop from Mr. Everything. And a kick out by Tim. Going for that wonderful reverse body lift with a spin. Shades of Greco-Roman wrestling superstar Alexander Karelin, a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, and more recently Cesaro, Claudio Caglistrani, whatever his last name actually is. But Tim able to kick out at 2. Mr. Everything signaling, going for another elbow of some sort, but he's not able to capitalize on the move. Tim up to his feet, going for an elevator lift. What is going on? What is he doing? There's only one way out of this, and it wasn't that way. Mr. Everything takes the tumble. Tim goes back into nearly a pile driver. A running front kick. This could be it. Can Tim kick out? Tim, with the ring awareness that has come with his seasoning, able to grab that bottom rope. He did not have to waste that exertion to kick out. He was able to get out very, very easily. Mr. Everything getting that crowd behind him here at the Apex Cigar Lounge. Going for this O'Connor roll. And a reversal, and another reversal.
Here is your winner.
I couldn't see the backside, but it looks like Tim got the pin. I'm pretty certain he had a handful of trunks on that far side. Pretty sure he had a big handful of trunks, but if the referee does not see it, he cannot call it. Tim victorious with another defense of the Gouge Heavyweight Championship.
Here is your winner, Timmy Lou Britton.
Mr. Everything, that little show of disrespect to the Gouge Heavyweight Champion.
What are you doing? It's not funny! It's not funny! I won! What? Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe Mr. Everything may have been shortchanged.
Great match. I believe that's the last we've seen of Victor Andrews and the Infinite Man. We've got one more match coming up before an intermission. At that intermission, you'll be able to go up to the Apex Cigar Lounge, grab some cigars, enter for our raffle. Go visit, and also with Q. I'm currently in the process of eating one of their sandwiches. It is quite good. So if you need an endorsement, there it is. But it is now time for our third match of the evening. The following contest is a singles match, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and is for the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy. Introducing first, the challenger.
Big match ahead, ladies and gentlemen. The Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy.
You go ahead, I don't want you behind me.
Pronouns.
Weighing in at 200 pounds.
a flamboyant superstar here today. Count Grog is handling some business, so I can't get a background. This is Glamour Boy Khan with the Sheikh Admir Al Akbar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very progressive here at Gouge. But here at the Apex Cigar Lounge,
In case you're wondering, yes, I tried ordering a new wife online, but I ordered from wish.com, and this is what I got. And Mr. Ring Announcer, please make sure you use the correct pronouns. The A, I think.
And introducing the champion.
Glamour Boy Khan having this shot against Seymour Snot, the geek with the physique, making his way to the crowd.
Now wrestling out of Research Tribal Park, North Carolina. Weighing in at 215 pounds. He is the reigning Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Champion. He is the world's strongest mathlete. He is the geek with the physique, Seymour Snot.
Seymour Snot interacting with the fans. Always a fan favorite here at Gouge. Woo. Seymour Snot with that silly string. I don't know if that's a good idea with all these cigars around.
Your official for the match is Charles Richardson.
Really wish you would have said that closer to the camera. Seymour Snot, a multi-time winner of the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy. At intermission, tell anyone that if they buy me a cigar, that I'll shake their hand. Ooh.
Autograph the rapper.
I'll do that too, but I will shake their hand personally.
That's impressive.
It is. This match gets underway. Referee Charles Robinson. I am joined here with the voice of Gouge Wrestling, the voice of the Carolina Hurricanes, H. Wade Minner. H. Wade Minner, what do you think of today's wrestling action?
It's great wrestling action out here in Apex. Beautiful day outside. We've already seen a barn burner of a match between Gouge Junior Heavyweight Champion Victor Andrews and the reigning Gouge Heavyweight Champion, the Infinite Man Tim. Now we've got a little something different coming up here.
I would say this is something quite a lot different. Seymour Snot, always a fan favorite here at Gouge. Glamour Boy Khan, bit of a newcomer here at Gouge.
Indeed, I think Glamour Boy Khan's been working some of the street wrestling scenes. Seymour Snot always known for taking on all challengers. This is certainly a unique match for him, though.
Absolutely. We'll have to see what they can do against Seymour Snot.
Interesting choice by Sheikh Admiral Akbar to bring Glamour Boy Khan into his stable of wrestlers. Not really what you would expect from an oil Sheik to be looking to pick up, but I hear Admiral Akbar's fallen on hard times and is really just kind of taking whatever he can get.
Well, you know, he took some time away from a certain baking soda infused parties, if you will.
Indeed.
And he must have met one of these while he was hanging out with some of those senators that he was partying with.
That is true. Sheikh Admiral
As they
Akbar
were
always trying
going,
to build his empire. It looks like we've got some thumb wrestling going on.
I wasn't. Glamour Boy Khan taking a little bit of a rope break.
From the thumb wrestling.
Not sure what Seymour Snot has in store with the thumb wrestling. We do know that Seymour Snot is proficient in thumb wrestling. He once went 137-0 in a 2-weekend period to become the Pennsylvania State Thumb Wrestling Champion.
That is true. I've looked up those records as factually accurate. Glamour Boy Khan bringing in some outside interference on the thumb wrestling, though. Referee Charles Richardson is not having any of that.
And once again, Charles Richardson, the best dressed referee in professional wrestling.
Indeed. I also appreciate his hairstyle.
Absolutely.
As does Seymour Snot.
As does Seymour Snot.
Now we've...
Glamour Boy Khan is a little hesitant to lock up. I don't know if this is intimidation by taking on the seasoned veteran or if it's head games from a younger up-and-coming superstar.
Well, the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy does reward good scientific wrestling.
Absolutely. It always has. It always will. Former champions include the likes of Bill Apter, Count Grog, Tommy Young, Missy Hyatt.
All known for their scientific wrestling.
And, if I am not mistaken, Frank the Cave Troll.
Is Frank the Cave Troll literally a cave troll?
Absolutely. He lives in the imagination of all those, of all the children of the nightmares.
Oh yeah, we've got our first scientific wrestling hold here. We've got a nice arm twist followed by a nerve hold. Seymour Snot reverses
Absolutely.
into an arm hold of his own.
Notable by its absence is the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy itself. I asked Seymour Snot, and he said that the gravitational wave by the angle of the Earth on this particular day made it way too heavy to actually carry, because not many people know the Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy is built from an asteroid delivered to Earth by Spaceman Frank Hickey himself.
That would be why it has to be carried around Little Red Wagon in most occasions,
Absolutely.
Right?
Seymour Snot built that Little Red Wagon to have an anti-gravity trust, and it is enchanted with the magic of the ages.
I've heard that's true. First headlock of the match from Seymour Snot.
The first actual scientific wrestling move. I
We're
cannot
approximately
believe
8
it.
minutes into this match, I believe. Well, you got to get to him sometime, don't you, Jimmy J?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
nose
and
hold. That's
hooking
not
on
legal.
to the nose.
Referee Charles Richardson warning Seymour Snot that that's not a legal move. Glamour Boy Khan appears to be disgusted by that move.
I'm not 100% sure if it's an illegal move or if it's just frowned upon in professional wrestling.
Possibly immoral. More moral
Either
than
way, it
illegal.
is a gag from the Three Stooges where Seymour Snot gets about 25% of his offense.
That's true. Seymour Snot trained on the West Coast, but was also trained by Mo Howard. There's another nose hold. Referee Charles Richardson looking to break. Glamour Boy Khan making an escape there.
One of these days, that nose hold may not pay off.
It seems like it would be easy to counter. You've been in the ring with Seymour Snot. People get surprised by this hold, but you would think that after scouting the film, you would know it's coming.
You may know it's coming, but it is hard to deflect, and it's even harder to break. The most prominent way to get it to escape the running nose hold of Seymour Snot is to smack it down off of your face. The problem with that is that it extends your nose and renders yourself in shock.
That's true. It's probably hard to breathe after that. You can't get enough oxygen to continue the match. It puts you at a disadvantage.
Absolutely. This scientific headlock making Glamour Boy Khan have the shaky knees. His money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds.
That's true. He likes to wiggle wiggle, you know.
And he's going, oh, and he broke it himself. And that's what I'm talking about, Wade.
Certainly Glamour Boy Khan appears to be quite a bit of distress from that nose break.
Absolutely.
Oh, now Seymour's going back to the well.
Seymour Snot, one of the only wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling to work the nose.
Now, on a hot day like this, sweat is becoming an issue. Can you keep holds cinched in, or does that make it easier to escape those holds?
It depends. Typically, the nose is a very oily part of your body, but this heat makes that sweat mix with the oils, and it actually produces a much tighter grip on the nostrils. The problem is Glamour Boy Khan's foundation
Oh, yes.
making that hold slightly more difficult to have.
His skincare routine is legendary amongst the business. Oh, there's a heel kick coming up from Seymour Snot, who goes up to the second turnbuckle. A little
Seymour
shimmy.
Snot going with the second rope clothesline.
A little bit of momentum there. There's a 2 count, then no, not a 3. Referee Charles Richardson indicates that Glamour Boy Khan got a shoulder up before the count of 3. A lot of fighting the kid. We have not seen a lot of Glamour Boy Khan and Gouge wrestling.
I believe this is perhaps his second, maybe third time on a Gouge program.
Certainly
But
not
that's-
intimidated by being in there with a seasoned veteran like Seymour Snot.
Obviously, the managerial stylings of Admiral Akbar taking the young sensation under his knee.
I thought he took him under that dress-like thing he wears.
He did take him under something.
There's some.
Admiral Akbar with some more choking from behind. Referee Charles Richardson did not see it.
The referee was distracted. Glamour Boy Khan asking for a clarification on the rules, allowing Admiral Akbar an opportunity to inflict a little bit more damage on Seymour Snot. Looks like a Beal coming up.
Nice little snapmare takeover. Glamour Boy Khan
Oh, that's got to extend the back in
with,
an
with
unpleasant
the
way.
driving and the little shimmy.
Seymour Snot with the shoulder up at the count of 2.
Absolutely. Seymour Snot will never give up. He will never surrender. Seymour Snot is one of the toughest SOBs in the history of Gouge wrestling. A mainstay, if you will.
Decade or more here at Gouge Wrestling, and he's held just about every championship they've possibly invented.
Absolutely. Multiple time champion, multiple time winner of every Gouge championship. But Glamour Boy Khan, his experience showing he needs to take Seymour.
Oh, a swinging neck breaker by Seymour Snot. Caught him leaning, looking for the backdrop. Seymour Snot read that like a book.
Absolutely. When you telegraph a move against the world's strongest mathlete, he will calculate those angles faster than I don't know what.
Seymour Snot, a veteran of the West Coast Wrestling, originally from the Silicon Valley. I heard he was one of the founding software developers at Microsoft and got fired when he gave the snot drop to Bill Gates.
That is absolutely true. I read it in a biography somewhere.
You can see that foundation from Glamour Boy Khan on
That
Seymour Snot's white shirt.
spinning Danucci.
There's a snot drop.
Get to the gut, snot drop. This could be it. This has to be it.
The devastating snot drop.
Seymour
Here's your
Snot
winner.
And
with the
still
victory.
Baseman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Champion, Seymour Snot.
We're going to do a promo here at intermission. We got that one guy from Carolina.
So are you going to grab the mic? Who's got the promo?
Well, they'll come out and I'll grab it.
Seymour Snot once again victorious against Glamour Boy Khan.
Win, am I right?
once again, never bet against the geek with the physique, Seymour Snob. Folks, we're going to have a brief intermission here. Got a little cloud in the sky that'll take some of the bite off the sun. That means you have a chance to go over to And Also With Q and get a bite of your own. That's right, some tasty local barbecue. We also have a barbecue sundae with Carolina barbecue brisket, mac and cheese. It's better than it sounds, trust me. Also cold drinks over there. We're here at the Apex Cigar Lounge, and they're running some specials for you here up in the lounge itself. You can mix and match at each 20 Oliva cigars.
The scientific
If you do that, you'll get
explanation
3 free cigars, 10%
I'm
off.
over here dying.
And you'll get pick 1 piece of Oliva swag. You'll also get 1 raffle ticket. You can mix and match any 40 Oliva
Oh,
cigars.
y'all got it.
Get 6 free cigars, 15% off.
Steve Reno posted a picture of him
And
and
2 pieces of Oliva swag, along with 3 raffle tickets.
I sent him a picture of me
You
and
can
Mike.
mix and match any 60 Oliva
Give me away some
cigars.
guard boxes too?
You get
No, they're
5
just to
free cigars,
support my
15%
camera.
off. 3 pieces of swag.
You want strawberry habanero?
5
Sent a
raffle
picture of me and
tickets.
Mike. Said we need Mrs. Wrestling 3 here, but
At
have
the
a good day.
conclusion of today's
Let's
event,
just get you
we'll be
money back.
raffling off 2 grand prizes.
And
Oliva 60-count humidors, restocked with 10 Oliva 5s. You can stick around because the winner must be present to claim their prize. We got 2 more great matches coming up after the intermission. And a special offer from our commentary team. On commentary today, former Gouge Heavyweight Champion Jimmy Jack Funk Jr. He has made a very special offer to all of you in attendance today. If anyone in attendance buys former Gouge Heavyweight Champion Jimmy Jack Funk Jr. a cigar, he will personally shake your hand. Type of deal you don't want to pass up. There's the hand right there. It's waiting for you. We've got some of our Gouge wrestlers hanging out. You can meet them, buy a little bit of merchandise.
That looks
Get an
pretty dang
autograph,
good.
Take some photos. We'll be back after a brief intermission.
Appreciate you. I love you.
Show.
Our next show is coming up in June. I believe that is next weekend, no, 2 weeks away, 2 weekends away, at the Jim Graham Building on the North Carolina State Fairgrounds in Raleigh.
What about September?
What's that?
What about September?
And September we'll be back at Clouds Brewing in North Raleigh for a show that has a really long name and I didn't write it down so I can't say it all.
Vandalay Industries.
I can't hear you, you're too far away. Now, and 2 weeks from now we'll be at the State Fairgrounds. for the
Vandalay
Men's
Industries presents the
Expo.
1984
We're going out to the Men's
All Valley
Expo.
Wrestling or
At the
All Valley
Fairgrounds, you
Wrestling
can see
Classic.
Gouge Professional Wrestling will be holding matches throughout the afternoon. And at this time, before we get to our next match, I need to bring someone to the ring. Please welcome to the ring, Inuit Joe, Chet Sterling, and Count Grog, the worst friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, Count Grog and the worst friends, Chet Sterling and Inuit Joe, coming to the ring. While they're getting situated, I'll be lighting up my Oliva Series V Liga. Purchased here today at the Apex Cigar Lounge. Again, today's wrestling action is sponsored by Oliva. know if the microphone picked that up, but Redneck Taz had a really good point. Count Grog having some words with a fan. One of the snot rags. Nothing quite like Gouge wrestling action.
Friends here at ringside. Once again, please, fans, do not molest the wrestlers.
Without
This is
consent.
for your safety.
Oh my God, this one is freaking good.
You might not want to sit on that anymore.
Wow. Inuit Joe getting ready to step into the ring with the other half of the worst friends,
All right, folks, our last
Chet
show at
Sterling.
God's Brewing, we saw the formation of a new faction, the Worst Friends, who are here joining us in the ring right now. I'm not really sure why. But we have Inuit Joe, we have Chet Sterling, and we have the evil Count Grog. Count Grog, why are you here?
First off, Inuit Joe was supposed to wipe the mat with Snooty Fox, but he apparently is too chicken to show up. So Inuit Joe will have the afternoon off and not have to wrestle.
Okay, you're going to translate for me. Oh, okay.
Inuit
I
Joe.
want you to tell these people that Snooty Fox was too chicken to show up today. Ladies and gentlemen, Snooty Fox was too chicken to show up today.
Once again, these are the words of
He
Inuit
was
Joe.
so chicken, in fact, he blew his timing belt out on the side of Interstate 40. Tell me about that. Apparently, Snooty Fox was so chicken that he blew his timing belt out on the side of Interstate 40. So, if anyone is heading back that way, please stop and give Snooty a ride back to Greensboro. You're speaking English! They can all understand you!
Inuit Joe speaking native Inuit. Passing that microphone off to Chet Sterling.
Mic check, mic check. Let me tell you idiots something. What I'd like to have right now, is for all you fat, ugly, Apex cigar smoking heathens to sit down, shut up, show us a little bit of respect, and understand that if you keep pumping on that ugly turd-looking thing that you got in your mouth, you ain't last much longer. You realize that? Those things are gonna kill you, man. What are you doing? They're
Yep.
almost as bad as that ugly Hawaiian shirt that jackass is wearing. What?
The dirty dog, Chet Sterling.
I'm sorry, who has the mic right now? Why don't you shut up?
You wait right there, Chad. You wait right there.
I got it.
Somebody. Oh, Waylon Mays coming to the ring, the ping pong master.
So I basically have the night off too.
Cigar in hand.
All right, Ron.
An employee here
Buddy,
at the Apex Cigar Lounge.
like yours, I get it circumcised.
Waylon Mays, you're in the main event against Chet Sterling. Why are you here? And do you speak English? see. Yes, I speak English, and I'm not going to let him stand there talking trash to all these beautiful people here at Apex Cigar Lounge, baby. Because we all love cigars, right? We can't help it if it's cup of tea. We can't help it that he likes to vape 24/7. You want to talk about statistics? If you vape a lot, you're going to have worse lungs than all of us combined smoking these bad boys every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, these comments are not approved by the Surgeon General of the United States.
The 2%.
You can't argue with science.
His match. Because as you said, it's a
I believe the last 2.5 years have proven that to be false.
It ain't going to be an It ain't going to be a Camacho. It ain't even going to be an Action.
I work in
It's
science.
going to be an Oliva, baby. And it ain't going to be any Oliva. It's going to be an Oliva Melanio Maduro Figurado. One of the best cigars in that humidor. And if you haven't got one, I highly recommend you get it. Just check. You get a chance of winning 2 things.
I believe we had booking ideas by Vince Russo, the first ever in the history of professional wrestling, a cigar on a pole match.
I'll understand what you're saying. He's showing Niwa. That's Inuit. Tell me what I said. Wrong. Come get it, dog. Now what do you think, Chet? You want to think twice about this cigar? You want to cut this baby light and pump it after you win? Because there's no better way to celebrate, I can tell you that. As a matter of fact, I could care less about that stupid turd in your hand. I'll take your belt, but if that's what you want, fine. We can put that stupid thing on a pole, and I'll beat you to it. I don't care, because after I grab it, I'm taking it, I'm going to stick it in a jar of mayonnaise, and I'm throwing it in the trash back there.
Not a jar of mayonnaise, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, the exact opposite of a cigar is a jar of mayonnaise.
You can put a Dutch Master, an El Producto Blunt, I don't care what you put, Swisher Sweet, Cherry, on the bowl. I still don't trust you. You're in cahoots with that referee. So I'll tell you what. Chad will take you on a cigar to pool match, but I get to pick the referee as impresario funding gouge.
Another stipulation added to this already well stipulated match.
Mr. Hockey Announcer, Wade Minter.
What a twist!
Mr. Hockey Announcer.
What a twist, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you everything I know about refereeing.
Count Grog threatening
And Haley's gonna ring it.
Wade Minter.
We're done.
Count Grog threatening Wade Minter by telling him he will teach him everything he knows about refereeing.
Attention to my mouth.
Right, come on, that's a good
What
joke.
I'm saying to you, so you can make it out. I know you came here for competition. You're not going to make out with it. That's not going to happen. I know you're looking for competition, and one of my fellow super pallies can't be here. But with me being the Gouge North Carolina champion of all of North Carolina, I got the perfect opponent for you. He's one hell of a kid, because he's the Carolina Kid.
What an announcement! The Carolina Kid
From Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
making an appearance here in Gouge. What a turn of events! One thing is for sure, the Carolina Kid is mostly Carolina at this point, but he's still got some fight left in him. I know. Nobody's over here feeding off of my one-liners. Seymour, you want to join me on commentary? Ladies and gentlemen, I am being joined in commentary by the geek with the physique, Seymour Snot, the reigning Spaceman Frank Hickey Memorial Scientific Wrestling Trophy champion.
Say that 3 times fast.
No, thank you. We're here as the Carolina Kid, and I use heavy quotations at that point, a formidable wrestler making a long-awaited return to Gouge Championship Wrestling against Inuit Joe.
Joe looks to be a little salty out there.
I believe Joe had an extra serving of seal to prepare for Snooty Fox today. And a surprise opponent. Oh, it looks like the impresario of fun, Count Grog, is on his way back, so you can leave commentary if you like, Seymour Snot.
Gotta run.
The old hippie,
I think
Count
that-
Grog, cleaning up the
barbecue's
litter.
working on him.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, nothing
Out of my seat.
Nothing is more smoking than Gouge presents Smokin here at the Apex Cigar Lounge, sponsored by Oliva Cigars. Seymour, thank you for joining me on commentary
I had to keep it warm for the count.
You didn't fart in it, did you?
twice, and it's really, really rank over here.
I thought that was just you.
No.
Sweating. Looks like some weather's coming this way.
I believe there's weather at all times. It depends on what kind you need. Inuit Joe taking it straight to the Carolina Kid. Tell me, Count Grog, you could not prepare your man for this surprise opponent.
No, but we were ready for Snooty Fox, and he's half Snooty size, twice Snooty's age.
As I pointed out, he is mostly Carolina, but he's still got some fight. So is your face. We just got to roll.
I haven't got paid yet. Venmo you or something? Okay.
Oh, Carolina Kid taking Inuit Joe to the turnbuckles.
Okay, thanks.
Back and forth. It's been a while since we've seen the Carolina Kid outside of Burlington, North Carolina, but it does not seem that he's lost a step. Maybe perhaps he could graduate and become the Carolina teenager.
Yeah. He's more like the Carolina deadbeat dad.
Try not to laugh at that one, Count Grog, because I'm the baby face. Nothing quite like enjoying a nice cigar while doing commentary over here. This wonderful Oliva Serie V. Inuit Joe with the arm wringer taking it. Nice control on the wrist.
And that wrist is pretty limp. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Carolina Kid, ready. Oh, I get the Seinfeld reference. You dirty dog. Carolina Kid needs to mount a comeback, needs to use his speed advantage. Because while Inuit Joe has dropped a massive amount of weight, he is still the larger competitor in this competition. But Carolina Kid had that reversal well established, was able to take Inuit Joe down, but he was too close to the ropes.
Inuit Joe's smart. He's just biding his time here, Jimmy Jack, biding his time.
Jimmy Jack Funk, I have a question. Was he actually speaking English, or am I going insane?
From what I could tell, it was native Inuit, but it was
insane.
a southern dialect. So it sounds very similar to English. But I only know that because I'm Jimmy Jack Funk Jr. and I know all.
Jimmy Jack spent some time in Alaska herding penguins.
Herding penguins, wrestling bears, whatever. I will name it. You name it, I've done it.
I think he dated a walrus too.
She was not a walrus. She just had a very thick mustache.
And big teeth.
And a big tooth. But I tell you what, I am a 3-time Iditarod champion, and you can't beat that. Well, not quite the Iditarod, it was the pre-Iditarod. Don't look that up. It's out on Wikipedia. Yet. Oh, the double axe handle. Right to the lower solar plexus and a big boot straight to the chin.
I used to be a champion in the I Did Her rig.
Count Grog, back when you were in college and your fraternity, come a felt a thigh. Is this where you learned your cheating techniques that you have passed on to your man, Chet Sterling? That dirty dog cheated so hard his sunglasses flung into the ring, but he caught him before the referee could turn around and catch.
Well,
Carolina Kid taking a moment to get his bearings ready so he can make this comeback, get back into the ring. But Inuit Joe on the uptake. Ping pong master Waylon Mays
taking him up for the big suplex.
That big charging snap
Kids,
suplex.
do not try that at home.
Go to a friend's house and try that, but I beg you, please, please do not. Inuit Joe is a trained professional, and the snapping motion and the forward momentum by that move makes it extra deadly. I'm actually surprised Carolina Kid was able to kick out of that. And like I've said before, doesn't matter how much of a comeback you make, a thumb in the eye will always stop you.
It's the great equalizer. Oh, this isn't going to work. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't want to think about it.
I don't think that was PG. Ladies and gentlemen, that segment brought to you by Brazzers.
I think he knocked his block off.
I believe that is the block over there. Perhaps Waylon can get him his block back. Waylon helping Carolina Kid get this crowd in behind him.
Should you be drinking before you referee the next match?
I need some liquid courage, Count Grog. You surprised me with that one. I don't know how to referee. I figure I'll take some of the
neither
edge
is
off.
Charles.
Charles Richardson, one of the most respected officials in the game.
Now, I did hear just a few minutes ago that Count Grog threatened to teach Wade Minter everything he knows about refereeing.
Okay, here's what you do.
Okay.
Cheat for Chet, and anytime Waylon does something good, you yell at him.
I'm not sure that's how that works. I've watched a lot of wrestling, and I don't remember ever seeing that happen before, Count Grog.
Carolina Kid ducking the clothesline, coming around,
Remember, there's no
spinning head scissors. Carolina Kid mounting that comeback. Can he stay going? Inuit Joe is on the ropes.
No, the only way to win the match is to
Carolina Kid with a big splash.
So if someone submits, it doesn't matter. If someone gets pinned, it doesn't matter.
Can I laugh at them if it happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Going for that second splash, and Inuit Joe takes a step out to the side.
Oh, big forearm.
Drives that forearm straight into the neck, the chin, the chest, and that European uppercut, shades of William Regal. Or is he back to Steve Regal? I don't know. I haven't watched AEW.
How about the Regal Beagle?
I do know about the Regal Beagle. Come and knock on my door. Carolina Kid taking that top rope.
Oh, missile
drop kick. This could be it. Can Carolina Kid capitalize? trying to get this crowd behind him. The Carolina Kid has an uphill battle. I know he's fought up quite often in the past. Can he do it today against Inuit Joe?
I don't think so.
I hear he outran his parole officer last week.
He's been outrunning lots of things, probably in hiding for the last several years.
I believe the fact that he was able to wrestle today is because we are not within 500 feet of a school.
Dude.
He looks like he's an extra from the show Ozark.
And that spinebuster by Inuit Joe.
Oh, he kicked out.
Cannot believe it. I am actually surprised by that. That beautiful spinebuster. Shades Varn Anderson. That could have been it for almost anybody. The intestinal fortitude of the Carolina Kid, wanting to win this match, wanting to show the Gouge crowd everything that he's worth. Springboard somersault into a stone cold stunner. Chet Sterling.
He's just checking to see if that was illegal. This is a no gymnastics match.
This guy, somebody watch him!
Oh, Inuit Joe with the big splash from behind. Oh, and the standing frog splash. And it's over. Inuit Joe, victorious.
I think I saw his tongue go up in the air.
Joe!
It looked like a standing frog splash, but I believe that was something more along the line of a penguin plop. I like that. I like that. We'll keep it. Print it. Put it on a t-shirt. Trademark Jimmy Jack Funk Jr. 2022.
Not the polar bear pump.
Crap.
He got you on that one.
He did. You've outsmarted
Way
me.
to go, Inuit Joe.
Place the pole on the ring for our main event, the Cigar on a Pole match. All right, fans, give it up a valiant effort from the Carolina.
They probably should have put the cigar on the pole first.
Yes.
They need the cigar to put on the pole.
They need the cigar.
Hey, Waylon? Okay. Why didn't he put it on before they put the pole up? Ladies and gentlemen, this might not be
As
edited
referee,
out.
you're going to have to do that.
This was probably going to make it to air because I am way too lazy to edit it out. And I don't really have that kind of equipment. If I do take donations to upgrade my video supply, this Venmo or Cash App, Cowbell Hero 81. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for our main event, the most prestigious championship in Gouge Wrestling, once held by myself for several years, as we embark on the first ever, the historical Cigar on a Pole match.
Jimmy Jack, the history of the North Carolina title dates back to Southern Championship Wrestling. And do you know who the first North Carolina champion was?
Yes, but why don't you tell me to make sure that you know?
KC Thunder.
KC Thunder.
KC Thunder defeated Viper,
Is that the House of Pain Viper or the other Viper?
the one from Wilson.
The other Viper. I tell you, Count Grog, you've been watching way too many Vince Russo shoot tapes. And now you come up with a cigar on a pole match.
Now, KC Thunder was a surprise to win it. Everyone really thought that Boris Dragoff would have won that tournament.
I believe I would have won it if I would have been there, but that might have been before I actually started wrestling.
But a really bad referee screwed the finish.
All right, folks, it is time for the main event.
Oh, that's whiny.
They have a much better ring
This
announcer.
is a match for
Much better
Gouge's
looking.
Heavyweight Championship. This will be a one-fall 20-minute time limit, and is the cigar on
And you're on audio.
Whoever the star from the pole will win. And now,
DJ Bad Wolf stepping in for her father, the voice of the Carolina Hurricanes.
It's Mr. Hockey Announcer's daughter.
That's what I said.
hailing from Yo Mama's house, weighing his night at 225 pounds, it is Chet Sterling!
Take it. I've got TV duty.
Chet
Inuit
Sterling.
Joe's got this. You got this Inuit Joe, don't you?
Chet Sterling
Inuit
taking
Joe.
a nice frolic to the ring. It's an unusual warm-up process, I will not lie.
I guess I'll just save him again. Here comes the infamous Trey G. Well, I was just explaining to Jimmy Jack the history of the North Carolina title in the initial tournament, and there was a discrepancy because of poor refereeing.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm related to Bo James.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Different, Chet Sterling.
I think from what I heard, that match smartened Tracy up.
Probably did.
And now, for the champion,
Inuit Joe kind of
from the ping pong capital of the world, Cary, North Carolina, weighing in tonight at 220 pounds, he is
It's from wherever he's at.
The Dutch Master?
He seems to have to be urgent.
They're playing Dutch music.
It's British rock. Ping pong master Waylon Mays coming to the ring.
Good thing Waylon has that stretchy shirt on.
Absolutely. I don't.
Waylon going around slapping the hands of all the white trash here in attendance.
Hey now.
No, he didn't come hit yours, so I guess he didn't get, or Taz, so he didn't hit all the white trash.
Now, Count Grog. We need to play nice. It is Caucasian rubbish. Waylon Mays passing his Oliva cigar off to Smitty the Yankee for safekeeping. Hitting those poses.
Your official for the match is Wade Minter.
Mr. Hockey Announcer!
The voice of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Isn't that...
Daughter of Mr. Hockey Announcer Man did a better job than Mr. Hockey Announcer Man.
Well, I know Redneck Taz enjoyed it better.
Well, I tried to point that out, but
I
somebody misunderstood.
understood perfectly.
There goes Waylon smacking his balls around again.
They're very small.
Yeah. You know what they say? It's better to have small balls than no balls at all.
I prefer big balls myself because I've got big balls.
So does ACDC last night.
That was where I was getting at. I've got the biggest balls of them all. We have all kinds of stuff on the menu with these balls.
I thought that was Balls Mahoney had the biggest balls of them all.
Oh, he's dead.
Or Axel Rotten.
He's dead too. So right now, it's Jimmy Jack. As we get ready for these two men, Inuit Joe testing out the pole. H. Wade! H. Wade! H. Wade! This match obviously has no disqualification, no count out, no pinfall, no submission. The only way, the only way to win this bout is to climb to the top rope. Reach up. And to grab the Oliva cigar hanging from that pole. Waylon Mays with the smackety smack smack. I believe that's 1-0, 1-0 for Waylon Mays.
One love.
That's tennis.
It's table tennis. Is it the same?
I don't think so.
How about pickleball?
I don't know what you did in college, but let's keep that to yourself.
I tell you what I did in college, but they shut this off the air.
Once again, your fraternity days at Cumma Felta Thigh. Big lockup by Chet Sterling. Waylon Mays, who is going to be the stronger man? They're both pretty equal in size. Chet Sterling pulling out the hammerlock.
Equal in size? Waylon's got 50 pounds on him.
Equal-ish in size. I was judging by height. You got to take your opponent down before you can climb a pole.
Waylon's thighs are whiter than Wade's head.
They really are. It's a good day to get a tan out here at the Apex Cigar Lounge with GOUGE Smokin. Chet Sterling trying to go for a pinfall, forgetting that there is no pinfalls in this match.
Smokin. I've been token.
Smokin. Smoking in the boys' room. Teacher, don't you fill me up with no rules. Going for that elevator lift. This can go really badly or really poorly.
Oh,
and it went very mediumly.
That went good for Chet. Good.
That dirty dog.
European uppercut.
It's your boy out there, isn't it? Chet Sterling.
Yeah.
One of the worst friends.
Shades of Squire David Taylor.
Your other
Waylon Mays. One of the super pallies. Bringing that arm. If you can't reach, you can't grab the cigar.
If they say, bend and stretch, reach for the stars, standing on tippy toes up so far.
Who sings that song, Count Grog?
Thank you. Hopefully you sold some cigars.
Count Grog, who's the artist that sings that song originally that you were just singing?
I think it was Miss Patty in Romper Room.
Well, why don't you let her keep singing it?
Well, I'm sure she's dead.
Yeah, Miss Patty's probably not around anymore from when I was on the Walker Road.
Well, let's take that.
Great job promoting and everything, and telling everybody about the deals. We definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys had a decent turnout. Or at least.
Yeah. I think the heat kept people out from wanting to be out in the sun today. A little bit.
Yeah. Well, we did pick a hot one.
Yeah. We didn't know.
No. It's one of those things. I schedule these things a month in advance, and if it rains, we're screwed. If it's hot, we're screwed, and it's just how it is. Trying to get entertainment, trying to get food, trying to get the reps, get everybody together. You just have to set dates.
Yeah.
Waylon Mays chasing.
We had fun.
Chet Sterling around. Chet taking a break.
We appreciate everything you guys did. So.
Chet Sterling taking a break in the front row, consulting with Inuit Joe. And why Waylon Mays is not trying to climb that pole, I don't ever know.
Those Bono's glasses?
These are Pit Vipers, thank you very much.
Uh-oh.
Wait, there's no count out. Cigar blew off. Cigar blew off.
Did it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Go grab it, Chet.
Whenever you turn up, there are rules specifically say you must retrieve it from the hole.
Wade men are trying to re-secure the cigar. As the action continues, Wade Minner trying to reattach the cigar to the pole so we can actually have a finish to this match.
Hammerlock.
Like I said, Count Grog, if you can't reach, you can't climb, you can't get the cigar.
That's what she said. No timeouts. Oh no, what's he doing?
Waylon digging deep for his balls. Getting ready to serve.
He's got those little white balls.
And a thunderous chop.
Well, that wasn't nice. Uh-oh.
Putting him into the Bavarian pretzel knot. Tying him up. This may be the opening that Waylon needs so he can climb to the top and get that cigar.
Chet's all tied up in a knot. I don't think he knows that Waylon is not holding him down though.
Tell you what though, I kind of wonder what Jim Cornette would think about this Outlaw Mud Show type match.
There's no mud here. We hope to have one later, Mud Show Mania.
Bringing you only the finest gouge wrestling action. Inuit Joe making sure the smack to the bum, the gluteus maximus, and the minimus. Inuit Joe distracting Waylon with the water.
On Mud Show Mania, I plan a four-way match between the Invisible Man, an inflatable doll, a mime, and a 12-year-old girl.
Well, you know, a mime is a terrible thing to waste. 12-year-old girl. Is it going to be an Asian girl? If so, Kenny Omega may be very interested in our match.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
There's no rules. Everything's legal. To ring the bell.
He said that is bad.
Anua Joe choking Waylon Mays.
Is he? I think Waylon had some gum in his throat. He was trying to dislodge it.
Either way, he's a dirty dog.
There's a lot of smoke here. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Grog. It's extra smoky over here. What? Chet Sterling with an advantage right now. Waylon Mays on the ground, clenching the foot to prevent Chet Sterling from climbing up to the top. The big wild swing. I think Inua Joe may have slipped something to Chet Sterling, some kind of ropey object.
I saw nothing. I know nothing.
Well, perhaps you need to get a new prescription, because I see a lot. Waylon Mays making that short little comeback. Can he capitalize on this opening? No! Big gut right to the big boot, right to the gut, and a big right hand. Waylon Mays, another right hand, another forearm. Chet goes to shoot Chet off. Reversal, big clothesline. So tell you, Count Grog, you have taught the worst friends the most underhanded tricks and savviness.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Have I not? I've seen quite a lot in my day.
Oh.
Chet Sterling doing what he has to do, keeping the pressure, keeping the offense onto Waylon Mays.
Punch.
And a big right hand.
Come on.
But that fight for
Break
Waylon.
his arm. Hey, that was illegal.
And Chet Sterling rips him off of the second turnbuckle. Inua Joe marching around the ring conspicuously, looking for what one may think are instruments of damage, and a foot rake right across the eyes. There's
doing great. Stay out of the way.
Chet making the climb, making that big climb. Can Waylon stop him? Can Waylon stop him? This could be it. Taking Chet for a ride, the elevator ride. And the big drop from the second story.
I think he should have Inuit Joe should have gotten in the ring and put weight on his neck, and they could have a chicken fight.
It fell off again. Ring crew! Ring crew!
Wind's killing.
The wind is not putting this match over.
Maybe you should just have ring crew guy on the pole holding it. Come on!
If we had mud, this would be the most outlaw mud show in the history of Gouge wrestling.
Better than the one at the Iron Horse in Apex, where we didn't have a bell and we used a screwdriver on the flagpole.
That was some pretty redneck outlaw stuff. Ring crew's trying to secure H. Wade Minner, doing his best to assist. And a running chop from Waylon Mays. Waylon getting that second hand. Seymour Snot comes out for the assistance. And nobody's home. Just as soon as Seymour Snot comes for the assistant, Inuit Joe
laying on the ground.
Inuit Joe,
lazy bum.
Inuit Joe pushed him from behind into the ring post count, Grog.
I didn't see that. I just see him laying on the ground.
And a flying back row gimmick. This could be it. This could spell disaster. A running moonsault.
Mr. Flippity Flop.
The flippity floppity floppity fly. And Chet Sterling taking a pause. Count Grog, I am less and less impressed by what you've done to the worst friends. Once upon a time, Chet Sterling was a formidable wrestler, and you've turned him into nothing but a dirty scoundrel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. To quote the King, Elvis Presley.
Back heel kick.
Uh-oh, here he goes. Just go climb the pole, Chet.
And that knee drop.
It's good to the last drop.
The sun, the weather beating down. These men have given it their all. Can Waylon come back on his feet, but there seems to be nobody home. Chet whipping him off, reversal, and a
big
boot.
kick. It's hot out here, Jimmy Jack. It's hotter than a wet t-shirt contest at spring break in Fort Lauderdale.
And it's hot too. That counter. Seems that Chet Sterling was trying to hit the Frankensteiner, but Waylon May is able to counter it into a power bomb. This crowd willing Waylon Mays back to life. Seymour Snot coming back to.
He's out. He's snockered.
Ducking the big right hand and returning with one of his own.
There's a closed fist there by Waylon. That's illegal. Should be disqualified.
There's no rules in this match. Trading vicious chops.
Rules, I'll tell you about rules. That's the clothesline. That's the forearm.
And the Pepsi twist. Waylon is feeling that energy, that second wind. Let's see if he can make it up to the pole.
With Without the cigar blowing off again?
Without the cigar blowing off one more time, I tell you, I have seen a drop the chalupa pole match. I have seen a Judy Bagwell on the pole match. I have never in my life seen a cigar on a pole match. The rolling shoulder block into the Northern Light suplex, rolling it back, hooking a regular, normal Michinoku driver.
Say that 3 times real fast.
No, thank you. And Chet Sterling rolling out to the ground. I don't know if this strategy will work. Waylon Mays has a clear shot straight to. Waylon Mays with a big dive to the floor, taking out not only Chet Sterling, but his partner in crime, his worst friend, Inuit Joe. Wade Minner counting, not for any real reason. Inuit Joe holding on to the ankle of Waylon Mays. Seymour Snott still over in the corner, recovering from the blow from behind, trying to cheer on his super pally Waylon Mays.
Come on, Chet. All right. There's the great equalizer, the metal folding chair.
Inuit Joe grabbing a chair. There is nothing Wade Minner can do about this. This is perfectly legal within the confines of a cigar on a pole match.
Who's this guy?
Look at this. One of the employees from here in the cigar lounge coming to the rescue of his co-worker Waylon Mays, grabbing the chair from Inuit Joe, blocking that punch and landing a right hand of his own, bringing out the equalizer.
Hey, that's outside interference.
So is your face.
What's that mean?
Eli with the Dominator. Shades of Farouk. And Eli from here at the Apex Cigar Lounge.
Uh-oh. Belly buster.
That was one vicious brain buster.
I don't know. On his rib cage, though.
I don't know. Inuit Joe trying to come in. Can Waylon Mays do it? He's there. He's reached. He's got the cigar. North Carolina.
North Carolina heavyweight champion, Waylon Mays.
Boo. Waylon Mays with a successful defense in the first ever cigar on a pole match.
Chet! Let's go beat up Waylon.
Hey man, you don't interfere ever. That was awesome.
You guys don't want to go beat up Waylon?
Wade Minner, the referee for today's match. North Carolina champion, Waylon Mays.
That was fun, wasn't it? Hey, referee, that was cool. And here's your winner, Waylon Mays. Waylon, not only did you retain your championship, you got a great cigar. Can you tell us a little bit about the cigar, Waylon? Well,
the Oliva Series Viva di Amador Figurado. My personal favorite is the Oliva line. You're looking at a medium to full strength, full body, rich with creamy chocolatey goodness, herbs, and the perfect amount of spice.
Sounds like a great cigar to celebrate defending your title.
Oh yeah, Wade. Now the only question I have is, who's got a cut in the white for me?
And I believe we've got some raffle prizes to give away. Please welcome to the ring, Eli.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The microphone is yours.
thank you for joining us here at Gouge Wrestling presents Smokin at the Apex Cigar Lounge, brought to you by Oliva Cigars. We'll see you next time.